Collectives, welcome to the Daily Pick a Card and birthday reading for October 26. If you were born today after sunrise, you are a 9 of Hearts. If you were born before sunrise, you're yesterday's card, which was a 10 of Hearts. Okay, so I'm going to read each card individually, then all together for the collective. We're going to talk about the energy today, this 9 of Hearts, and what we might be bumping up into for a high vibe or a low vibe. Everything's possible in the Scorpio first deacon fixed water sign led by Mars and Pluto. So let's think about that, and then we're going to wish the 9 of Hearts a very happy birthday. This is your solar year cards. They are here to help you help yourself raise your vibration so that you've got that to energize your manifesting abilities. So let's turn over card number 1. Oh, okay, we've got destiny here. This is a big deal. Let's pull a card and see what we're looking at for part of the destiny. Just going to feel it out from underneath. Now that I've given it a little shuffle with this destiny, Scorpio season, 9 of Hearts in mind, what would Source have us know about this moment? It's up in here now. Okay, this one right here. The 9 of Diamonds in reverse. Okay, so 9 of Diamonds and reversals. Reversals are, for the diamond suit, are more or less feeling more ungrounded is really the best description for it, and feeling like you might not have enough. It is about enough to give of yourself, either just simple acts of kindness. It doesn't have to be monetary. It can be heart given. It can just be giving someone a compliment, that kind of thing. But for some reason, you're not in that energy, and you're feeling more like you don't have enough money, or that perhaps you're feeling like the self-esteem is low in your skills and talents. You're feeling like you're lacking in some way, and maybe even feeling controlled, and with the diamond suit, it's so strong and so grounded, that foundation, the roots, right, of the tree. You're feeling like you maybe are butting heads, that you're so determined to stay where you are that you're closed off to hearing other ideas. So this is something that we could be feeling ourselves. We get triggered into that today, or we run into it. Someone else's energy comes in and is there for us to bump into. But what is that? That is a mirror. We are to look at that and see what our reaction is, either to being triggered or to bumping up into it. Pull the thread on that. You know me. You want to look at the desire or the impulse or the block, because it's time. It is brought forth in a timely manner. It's ready to have a good look at, as much and as deep as you feel fit to do, because that is up to you. It is always in the right measure. It could just be an inkling, or it could be the whole boatload. That's yours. But it's ready. That's all you really need to subscribe to. And ask your guides for help. They love to co-create. They brought it in this time, in this measure, because you are ready for it, and they want to help you. They are really enthusiastic about that and will bring what you need for tools to get the job done. It's beautiful. And you can ask for that. Co-creating is the way I like to put it, because you're going to work together for it. Just do it with the best of intentions and the deepest gratitude. Express that, say thank you, and yeah, do it for clarity and for balance, and you'll get yourself through. Nine of Diamonds is a great card in the upright position, and when it's in the reverse, it is more about that ignoring intuitive hunches is the biggest thing. So yeah, don't be have too much reluctance around at least looking at something, because the Nine of Diamonds is exactly close to being the same thing as the Nine of Hearts in that it is K2 energy. It is the Fool energy. It is the what they call the Abundance card in the Cards of Truth. It is about being open to preconceived, letting go of preconceived notions or ideas about people, places, and things. Something you thought was true is not true. And it shines a light on who you are and what needs to be let go of and reconsidered in a different light. It's all good. There's nothing awful about it. It's actually quite lovely. And, it's a very intuitive card in the upright position. So in reverse, it may be that you're just feeling cut off from your guides. So a little meditation or some other something to get unstuck around that. However, it is done for you. And when you're in it, it's kind of hard to remember what works. So think about meditation or music or exercise. You might need quiet time. You might want to go read, open a book, and or just being out there in this connotation for doing a random act of kindness. It is such a beautiful mood lifter for me. I love doing that. All right, so let's move on to card number 2. The Two of Diamonds, great card. This is very grounded, moon energy, empress energy. This is a opportunity that is worthwhile. It is you being able to put those together. And what it does for you is create a new value. And you get to build it. You get to put it together and know that it's just going to grow into something beautiful. It is skills, talents, finances. So all of that, they're to help you understand a new value and a new and improved value of something. So this card's all good. And as I said, Empress energy. So it's fertile and lush and ready to just sprout whatever you need. Card number 3, the Ace of Spades. So in reverse, another reversal. So here we're looking at being frustrated or confused, and again, kind of cut off from source. So again, take action as to how you become unstuck. What do you do? And as I said, those random acts of kindness really do it for me. But whatever does it for you, it is what sings to you. Just music is a real mood changer for me as well. Music and dancing and maybe just getting out for a walk, go sitting by some water if you can. Tapping, if you're into tapping, it's a great way to shift energy. So if that none of that works for you, that stuckness, how do you take action? Well, you're going to consider your element. So are you fixed, mutable, or cardinal? Fixed is a resistance. Mutable is trouble deciding. Cardinal is ignoring the little things because you're focused on the big thing. So you take that and then you go and look at your chart and what is in your sun position, Mars and Rahu. Sun is you, doing you. And it is an action. It is that gravity of who you are. Mars is the action that you take and how you go about taking it. And Rahu is where you need to experience and explore. So anything within those three, is that heart led? Is it diamond led? Think about that. If it's diamond led, then you're going to want to do whatever it takes to get a lighter feeling of who you are, right? So maybe exercise, maybe music, dancing, that kind of thing. If it's mostly spades, maybe you need to contemplate, do what do they call that, walking meditation, and so that you're physically active. Do something that lifts your mental vibration, something that taking care of yourself, right? A lotion bath or something like that really says, I'm taking care of me. And also, if it's sun led, then emotional well being. What does change that? Those random acts of kindness really go a long way with that. As with the clubs, you're going to want to just open a book and sit with some poetry or something more uplifting of that. A funny, watch a comedy or watch a comic, that kind of thing, so that you're intellectually stimulating your brain. So you can work it through. You understand all of that. This it's coming to me that I need to make a video about getting unstuck in general. So I'm going to write that down. I won't forget it, and we'll see where we can pull the string on that, because the Ace of Spades is about us having that self-realization about a deeper truth and something important. So we're reluctant here to take a look at it. We know that it's stressful, and we suspect that it'll be stressful to do that. A reversed Ace of Spades is a beginning cycle of stress. So if that's true, then we'll talk about this energy of the Nine of Hearts, because it's a good energy to accept what you need to do and find your strength and move through it. It's sun energy, so go and look and see what is in your sun position, and then you'll be able to take that action and get there from here. So let's talk about the card of the day, the Nine of Hearts, and what this looks like. I mean, it's really kind of all over the place. If you think about two reversals that are feeling really stymied and blocked and disconnected from source, yet you've got this beautiful Two of Diamonds sitting right here in the middle, ready to make that connection. It's just this moving card, and it allows for that vision of what you need to do to heighten your situation, add more value to it. And random gifts of kindness are really good. Do as many of those as you can without expectation. Don't wait around for a thank you. Just do it and move. You'll feel good. Yeah, it'll bring a smile and a lightness of heart to do it. All right. I know. So maybe then we'll get that shift that we need. So a nine of hearts. Nine of hearts is that K2 fool in the major arcana. So it's going into something with a lightness of being. Now, the nine of hearts is a semi-fixed card, which means it's energized when it comes up with the seven of diamonds. It in the cards of truth birth chart, you'll see the nine of hearts up there at the tippy top, and that seven of diamonds is the underlying and the overlying. It makes it tricky because what is the diamond, the seven of diamond? Saturn energy, life's deeper, more grounded, longer, meaningful lessons, and the death card, just like Scorpio. So you can see how we need to move through the stuckness of the day to get there. So however you're stuck, whatever it takes to move through it, begin the begin, because that's how we're going to raise our vibration today and get through this. We're going to do it with this, not a reluctance, but we're going to be like, okay, I'm going to get curious about this and I'm going to get kind about it. And I'm going to think about what's in my Rahu and I'm going to go and I'm going to look there. Chart of the day is the King of Clubs, which is all about channeling source and letting go, releasing, because it feels so effing heavy. It's gotta go. It's just such a burden. You can't lug it anymore. You have to surrender those limiting beliefs. Ask for that clarity, that balance on whatever comes up, the desire, the impulse, the blocking, whatever, and let it go. It is heavy. It's Saturn, it's Pluto, seven, eights, and nines. You know, it's not an easy thing, but if you take the time and you sit with it and you accept it and you understand what to do around it and you do it, you are going to feel so good about yourself at the end of the day, because the nine of hearts is that wish fulfilled. Do you see how that works now? You know, it's like you're sitting, you're feeling like, oh, I don't know where to take it. I'm confused, I'm stuck, I'm stymied, I've got too much, I don't feel grounded, you know, I can't do anything when I'm like this and blah blah blah. But you can. You can, because it is that kind of energy today. And any kind of shadow attribute of the nine of hearts is again being stuck in the emotional matrix of yourself, feeling that bitterness, overly self-sacrificing, like, okay, I give up. You can beat me up in one way or another. I'll just do it. And in that, having that conditional love, right? Bargaining. So it's so important to get yourself unstuck and to heighten your mood. Do that first before you make any decisions. If that's all you do today, that's good, because in that you'll be able to ask for what you need. There's this higher vibration of an unconditional charity. And this wish that you make is fulfilled through that. That's why those random acts of kindness is just so beautiful. It is through that that lifts that mood. And you're able to feel more clean, more clear, less encumbered. It's really pretty nice when you think about it, because it is all about it being timely, to just accept that there's some conclusion of you or a person, a place, a thing that you have thought was one way, and now you're seeing that it's a different way. And no matter how tired you are, you can at least make the wish. You can do an act of kindness and make a wish. They will bring whatever it is you need. All right, this is straight from the divine, so just do it. Let's move on to the birthday. All right, happy birthday, Nine of Hearts. I love Nine of Hearts days. It always has this feeling for me of there's more that I can do. You know, it's like I would love to just make whatever and go out and randomly place things around for people to just pick up. You know, it's that one man's trash is another man's treasure. And there's a whole movement out there where you have something that you no longer need for an object of art. It could be, you know, a painting, it could be a sculpture, that kind of thing, something you've made yourself, and you randomly leave it in places with a note saying, if you want this, it's yours. And, you know, you walk away, you leave it there. You don't even know what happens to it, but you've done it, right? Without expectation. You've done it, you know, without wanting any recognition for it. It is just you leaving something beautiful to change somebody else's mood. It doesn't get much better than that on days like this. It's beautiful. And there's like this bit of sweet secretiveness about it. It is like being an elf or something. All right, let's see what you get for the Creativity Oracle and being invited to take a look where you might think a little about this and be able to raise your vibration. Let's see. Perfectionism. Be content to know perfection as a distant utopian goal to which we journey but never arrive. Well, that is such a card that speaks directly to that full energy of the major arcana, right? You step off into this journey that is literally, figuratively, in the moment. So beautiful. So, not to get stuck in any particular desire or outcome here. Kind of living life on the go, you know, just moving through that energy of whatever you bump up into and realizing that it's not for you. You don't need to step in and make life better for everybody. It's not always what you're supposed to do. It's always that mirrored experience that you get when you do move through. And at the end of the day, you can say, okay, you know, I did the right thing there, and that does make me feel like I'm on my right path and living life at a lighter and more unencumbered energy. All right. That's not that difficult, is it? You fixed Scorpio, emotional, Mars, sometimes Pluto. Yeah, of course it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting this card. So take it to heart that try to live a little more lightness of being. And when you're able to do that, you're doing what you need to do. All right, let's see what you get for the Spirit and Nature card. The Five of Diamonds. Interesting. So, yeah, this is all about sorting through what you need to sort through in order to glean the nuggets of your skills, your talents, your financial abilities, It is through trial and error. It's Jupiter energy. It's fast paced. It's joyful. It's expansive. So every time that you can get into that lighter being, right, it's going to bloom even more so for you. That's beautiful. So that you can really make the most of what you have. So you do have the 5 of Diamonds on your moon position. So that Jupiter energy in the moon is really such a beautiful place for a mood lifting, do-gooding kind of thing to really live by, being that 9 of Hearts. It is what you're here to do in this lifetime. Your ecliptic is the 4 of Hearts. So that's that stability on your path. That's having the love and the self-love. It is Mercury energy and High Priestess energy. So it's really this lovely connection to Source that is so ready to just keep handing you these lovely, fulfilling connections for you. Nice, huh? So Mercury energy on your ecliptic, we go to the Mercury position, and there you have the Jack of Clubs. So there's a lot of thinking, a lot of sorting through, a lot of fast-paced knowing that there's a lot of thinking, but it's so incredibly creative, that Jack of Clubs. It is Uranus energy, very inventive. It encompasses the attributes of the aces, twos, and threes in the club suit. We know the 3 is a key card for the club suits, the 3 parts of the clover. And it is directly being up there at the tippy top of the tree, like the leaves, absorbing all of that nutrient from other sources. It's beautiful. So Jack energy takes you right back in your chart to the Uranus position. And you've got the 4 of Diamonds there. So you've got enough. You've got enough of whatever you need. That too is a key card for the diamond suit, the 4-sided diamond. So it is just this solid, again, High Priestess energy that you can connect to. It's magnetic. It is just this really grand, stable, if you think of the roots, what holds you and what security you have around that. It's really a beautiful card to have. So what catches you up? It's second guessing who you are emotionally. And it's no wonder when you think about being Scorpio and fixed and water, emotional, that you're here to experience this constant turnover of everything, to get a grasp of who you are and where you need to go to get further along your path. You've got the 8 of Hearts in the Pluto position. So don't forget, you are Mars and Pluto, right? Sub-ruled. So that Pluto position with the 8, that is self-reflection. That is the Hanged Man energy. You are supposed to take time to think about how you bounce off of other people, to get a glimpse of who you are emotionally and how you self-validate through that. Don't be too self-absorbed. That's the lower vibration of an 8 of Hearts. You want to be secure in who you are, balanced for that. So how do you get that? Well, you look to what your Rahu is. That's back at that King of Clubs, which is about letting go of preconceived, being the 9 of Hearts, preconceived emotional ideas about yourself. That's what you're here in this lifetime to do. And don't forget, you've got what you need to do that. You've got the Four of Hearts there. It's beautiful energy to do it. You just need to realize that it's that kind of time and it's that kind of self introspection with that Eight of Hearts that gets you to look at that King of Clubs energy, where you're supposed to be going and thinking about you, right? It's about letting go of any kind of self-belief that's holding you back. It is a revelation through letting go. And it's got that Pluto energy in it as well. It just makes such sense when you think about it. So deconstruct completely, destruction, surrendering some belief, some through this Pluto energy, blowing it up, tower moment, Chariot, Hermit. That's where you are supposed to go and explore. Yep. Not easy. I know, but that is where you are going to reap your biggest rewards. All right. And for you to get the Five of Diamonds there for this year is really saying that you will reap those rewards. Takes you right back to your moon position. And that is a beautiful card to have there because you can sort it through with that. Jupiter, justice energy, doing things through trial and error. Not an easy card, but you're going to reap all of those little golden nuggets for doing it. And it is really going to build who you are at your core, which is beautiful. All right, let's see what you get for the Wishcraft card. Dance the rainbow. I love to have beauty in my life. Yes, dancing. Dancing gets me there. Turn the music up and go for it. I love it. All right. Well, happy birthday, Nine of Hearts. I hope you have the best year ever. And everyone, carpe diem, stay kind and curious as you journey creatively.